I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is a 2015 web novel published by Yoru Sumino, later having adaptations as a manga, live-action film and an anime. The story follows an introverted boy who one day on his visit to the hospital finds a book on the floor titled Living with Dying. He learns that it is Sakura's, a popular classmate with a fatal pancreatic illness that no one knows about. Being the only one who doesn't treat her differently knowing this, Sakura takes an interest to him and convinces him to accompany her for her remaining time. And the further through the movie you get, the more you start to realize that although she may not seem it at first, Sakura is really scared of dying, just like anyone would be in that situation. But she manages to keep her over-the-top bubbly personality around her friends at school to not worry them. I'm going to call the main character the boy because his name is somewhat of a spoiler and it's better to find out his name from watching the movie. There was only one character that I hated in this movie, and it was the class president. But the whole point of his character was for us, the viewers, to not like him because of how he treats the boy. The relationship between Sakura and the boy feels real, and a lot of their interactions don't seem unnatural and forced. You can really see the genuine bond between the two and just how important the time that they spend together is. Their relationship can't be put into simple terms like friends, but instead it is something else. Something that has the pair heavily relying on each other, and not so much in a romantic way. There are also two side characters being Gum Guy and Sakura's friend Kyoko. Gum Guy attempts to become friends with the boy by offering him gum every time they have small talk, usually from his interest in the boy's relationship with Sakura. And Kyoko is Sakura's overprotective childhood friend, who really seems to hate the boy because she doesn't want him getting close to her with half-baked feelings. Don't get me wrong, this art isn't on par with the big dogs like Your Name, mainly because it doesn't have the budget for that amount of detail all the time. But it still does manage to have some scenes that you can compare to Your Name's quality in animation. This is for obvious reasons though, because of just how much smaller Studio Voln is compared to Comics Wave films. One thing that I noticed throughout the whole movie was how good the lighting was and how it could really bring a scene to life. You can probably already tell by now, but I love how the fireworks scene looks, and the music to go with it makes it perfect. But I can't even include the music, so it kinda sucks. When talking about live-action adaptations of anime, there's a lot of hate surrounding them, and a lot of them deserve the hate that they get because of just how plain bad they are. And I'm not just talking about movies like the Netflix Death Note remake, or the countless Attack on Titan movies either. Seriously, why are there so many Attack on Titan movies when they look like this? But on rare occasion there are some that actually succeed in adapting into a live action. While they still won't be nearly as popular as the original material, they can still be enjoyed by fans of the series, and one of these would be the I Want to Eat Your Pancreas live action. Mainly for the reason that it tells the story differently and the fact that it was released a year before the anime was. I almost forgot to mention, but this is the boy, Gum Guy, Kyoko, and Sakura. The characters act very unrealistic too. There's one scene where Gum Guy randomly comes around the corner with a book about watching cherry blossoms when it isn't spring. And that was something that Sakura mentioned to the boy and Gum Guy wasn't even there to hear about it. With the live action making everything with Sakura a flashback from 12 years ago, they left out a lot of things that make these characters worth caring about. Also with the music in the live action, it seems very generic and tries to over-dramatize scenes. Yeah, but go check it out. It's, well, maybe not the live action, but the anime. Go check that out, because that's actually good. Yeah, that's basically it. Thanks.